Well, good afternoon, guys. So this morning I started welding in the panels in the back. So I started doing the front panel over on this side. Got my cool magnetic thing here. So over on the driver's side, but I don't have any more 16 gauge. Well, at least 16 gauge that's big enough for that. I have 18 gauge, but I don't want to do that with 18 gauge. Let me move you up here. So what I'm gonna kind of do is tomorrow I think I'm gonna do a science experiment, and I'm going to be making a rust dissolver soup, we'll say. So I had never done it before. So what I want to do is, as you can see, this door is pretty wet here and stained up. So I've been spraying these with PB Blaster just to start loosening things up, and all these. So I already did take off these screws here. They're flatheads, of course. And out of all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8 of them, only one broke off. So I want to take the door handle off. And then come to find out, this little metal frame around this glass is like hen's teeth. So I want to save this, and I just want to kind of put, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a gallon of solution, right? So it's water, citric acid, washing soda, like baking soda, and then a little bit of dishwashing soap. So you kind of mix this. I'll give you all when I mix it up tomorrow, I will give you the ratios of everything. So I got this from YouTube, and so I'm not going to claim it's mine, but I did get it off YouTube, and it was from I don't want to say chemist, but it's a guy that restores delicate weaponry from back in the day. So this is after many, many times of trying different solutions over the store-bought and stuff or whatever, he came up with this solution. So, and it's about 30 minutes it takes for something like this rusty part right here. It takes about 30 minutes to get it where it's decent, and you can reuse it over and over and over again. You know, like they talk about that evapor rust stuff where you soak the thing. He actually did a comparison with that. It was a pretty cool idea. But anyway, that's tomorrow. But right now, I did not find anything on the interwebs about door panel disassembly. Well, I found one. It was like 12 years ago. Uber grainy, you can hardly see it, right? So hold on a second. Let me get a screwdriver. Okay, so flathead screwdriver. So this little piece right here, there's actually 2 pieces inside this door handle. And then you actually take the one piece and it's spring loaded. So you have to slide it back. And then there's a pin. A pin. That's awesome. So I'm going to knock out the pin, and then the door handle will come off. This one already has the pin out, and there is no handle. This was to actually open and close the door, but that's all kind of locked up. But I kind of want to get that assembly out, the lock assembly, this off, that out, and possibly just get the window out. I'm not taking the door off the vehicle. At least not yet. That's a lot of people, that's the first thing they do is they pull the doors off because it's really easy, and well, generally speaking, it's easy, and it looks like you did something, right? Hey, that was my first mistake on the GMC. I should have left the doors on, repaired the door while it was on, and then go from there. But the door right now, it doesn't shut all the way because the latch is frozen. So I'm going to push this back, knock the pin out, and take this apart. So this is what I'm going to kind of do. So supposedly you're supposed to have the door up. So let's get this glass up. I think right about there. Let's take this off. Where's the pin? Okay. Oh, it broke. Yep, so it broke. But the door handle's still good. Yeah. So it gives you areas where it is. But there's the pin right there. But I'm going to save the door handle because I have a matching set of door handles. And this door handle will still work, so this is still good. And I want to try to save all these bolts. Okay. That one's actually missing. Oh yeah, okay. So let's see, let's take this one off. I mean, the regulator's junk now because I broke the darn piece. Oh, there it goes. So I'm saving all these. So the outside one I can't save. So I just drilled out these two sides, the two little holes, and I know that should slide inside there somewhere into the latch assembly. But let me see if I can get onto this and just kind of give it a little kiss. Right there. It wants to move, but what's holding it up? See that? I don't want to cut it, but if I do, I got it freed up now. All right, now I should be able to get it out. So how this works is it has two arms. And you're supposed to be able to, and then on the metal glass here, there's like two little slots. You know, they go in and then they go up and then down like that. So trying to get this to go down. Well, I know this is no good, but my handle's still good. So I don't want to break my handle. And that is down. Nope, that's up. Okay, so it's right there. So it's there. And there. Okay. So the window has to be all the way up. To get those arms. Man, that would have been good if I didn't break the handle. I could have reused that. And then, ow. And then this. We go up like that. And then there. And then this. You're supposed to. Yeah. Feels like I forgot a bolt. Okay. And there it is. Those are nice. Yep. So the door handle from the outside, that big bar that runs through. So right behind here is a track, the rest of the track that goes down, which it appears to be spot welded to the door, kind of like the GMC was, right? The problem is that bar, it won't come out of the latch, but it hits the track running down. So I'm gonna have to try to figure this one out. I mean, I don't think this latch assembly is good anymore, unfortunately. I was gonna try to fix it, but all right, guys. So that that bar that comes out for the handle, it's too long to fit through there's a track right inside here, and it's actually spot welded right here, down here somewhere. Actually, I think I see it right there, and then up here it's spot welded up on the top here. I haven't been able to get that out because I can't get, it's right there. Let me see, I'll flip on the light here. And then I'll kind of bring you in there to see as much as you can, I guess. All right, you see it, right? So it's that guy right there. And that is what's holding me from getting it out. And then right down here is where it's spot welded into the door itself. So it's, the GMCs are actually have a screw down here, and you can unscrew it and you can move this out of the way and get the door handle out. But this one, that guy right there. So that right there, that's what's holding me up to get that out. That's okay. So this pretty much isn't going how I wanted it to. I was hoping I could save that regulator and put it in the acid dip stuff. But what I'm going to do is all these little parts. Here, let me show you. So all these little parts here, the door striker, I'm going to throw that in to see how it looks. All the bolts here, and this guy, because that's still good. There's the pin. The door handle I'm probably not going to put in, but I'm going to put all the screws in there. See, the whole point of this was to try to get this working again, because I know it would work. Just not anymore, because I broke the pot metal off right there. And then the door frame, that's in really good shape. Like, I guess this is a big deal, these things. And then this little screw guy right here is actually a barrel screw, so it's even on both sides. They say you can take, what is it, 30 earlier Ford trucks has the thicker glass that didn't use the frame, but I kind of like the frame. And I got it, and it looks freaking amazing, so why not? And I did cut part of the door latch out. I mean, even the glass isn't that bad. Well, looks like it's got a bullet hole right there, but yeah. So the door itself is really crappy. I'm not gonna lie about that. So back here it's separating. We haven't really gotten into the door so much, but you can hear it right there. It's separated there, and then you can see daylight on the bottom right there. This is, well, it's not separating, but they're still pretty good. But I'll have to remake the bottom, and then when I shut it, It's not bad as far as lining up. It's a little tall, about 1/4 of an inch. But overall, you know, with the door being kind of wanky all through here and the door hinges not being clean, the rust is kind of stopping it from going all the way. But ultimately, I can live with that. So over here, when you shut it, you can see it sticks out pretty bad right through here. Where's my finger? There you go, right there. But that can all be fixed once I get the door fixed, like skinned. Basically is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's not bad as far as lining up. I like it. Okay. So that's going to wrap up tonight. Yeah, like I said, I got the rear floor pan finished up in the center there. And then started taking this door all apart. I'm really bummed about that that regulator and stuff. But anyway, all right, we'll catch you in the morning. All right, good morning, guys. So today we're going to be chemistrying it up. We're going to be making a solution to put these in. I want to get this done first thing this morning so I can get these parts soaking. And they said, the guy was saying that it takes about 30 minutes for it to start, like really getting in there and cleaning all this up. So, so the formula, he's from Europe. So the formula is, and I'll put it up, 1 liter of water to 100 grams of citric acid and 40 grams of washing soda. I got all this off Amazon. So that's the washing soda. This is just the brand I got of citric acid. It's pure and it's all natural, but it was the cheapest, right? So this is like 2 pounds, 3 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this kind of stuff, all this over, and then I'll put it right here, and then we'll do it up. I did borrow wifey's scale from the kitchen. She definitely reminded me that that belongs in the kitchen, but we'll be all right. So we'll put that right there. So obviously a liter of water is a little bit more than a gallon. So I've got a gallon of water. That's kind of like the rough. I don't know. That's what I'm doing, right? So here we go. So let me mix this up real quick. And so this is a 6-quart. So it should hold the gallon, no problem. And it'll make it deep enough to hold whatever parts I'm going to put in here. Like I said, if this works out really well, I'll make a bigger batch of it and drop my window frames in. So there. So let's see, turn on, set it down, zero it out. So, okay. So I've got this on kilograms, so I can do grams, right? So 100 grams. So there's 100 grams of that. Put you down, because this is going to have a reaction. Not that part. It's this part. Washing soda. So this will be 40 grams. And he made this so it's products that everyone has, right? Or has availability to. And the soap part, actually that's a little bit more. It was 50, so I got to change it to 40. I mean, I don't know what would happen if I used more than that, but I don't want to find out. There we go. 40 grams. So hold on a second, let me get a mixing stick. Okay, I'm back. So as soon as I put this with this, it'll create a chemical reaction which will release a ton of CO2. And there it is. Fizzy, fizzy. Oh boy, I think this is not big enough of a container. There we go. So all this is just CO2 being released from the two chemicals put together. There we go. Then you just mix it up. I guess you could take this and I can divide it up maybe. Yeah. So these are just small little parts here. And like I said, this is just kind of like, I'm trying this out. And then we're supposed to take a little bit of dishwashing soap and put in there. I guess that's the sticking agent or to break surface tension. That one I don't know. So this, if I were to pH test this, this would be a pH of 4, you know, being on the acidic side. So it's basically like he was saying, it's same pH as tomato juice. So I guess maybe you could just use tomato juice. I don't know. But anyway. So there it is. So now what I'm going to do is I did not bring dishwashing soap. All right, I'll be right back with some dishwashing soap. Okay, I'm back. So he didn't say how much. So we'll just put that much. So actually what I'll do is I'll take some of this and pour it in another one. So what I'll do is, these are probably the main pieces, but I'm going to be putting all these little bits and bobs in here. But these ones are the main pieces, so you can see how they look. Right, I probably won't even reuse this, but we're going to try this out. Just 3 little pieces, giving it a whirl, see how it goes. So. I'll put the cover on that. See how long that lasts, the cover, because I think it does still, yeah, but let's see. So we'll put that in there, that in there, that in there, and all those pieces. So we shall see how this works. So it is, let me see what time it is. It is 10:40. So we will come back in a little bit and we shall see how this went. In the meanwhile, I got to go pick up a few things. And yeah. So either work or it won't. All right. And we'll be back. All right, guys. So while that's sitting doing its rusting evaporation thing, I'm going to work on the back part of the cab that the gas tank went in. I kind of need to clean up some of the old metal still, and then maybe make like a basic frame back there. I'm actually thinking, let me crawl in here. Ugh. So let me swap you around here and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got to finish cutting this piece out that runs along the back. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make this area right here like a battery tray, because I will be running a an Optima red top, and then maybe do like a second tier here along here, and then I have to weld these guys back in, but I got to clean it all up. So but first things first is to cut off this back piece. So that is what I'm gonna do real quick. So let me hang up my metal magnet thing and let's get to getting. right, guys. So it's what, 4 o'clock? So what, like 9 o'clock in the morning till 4. I've been having these soak. So I'm putting on gloves. I don't know. It's the pH is 4, but still. So let's pull these out. And all I've done every now and then is I take my stick and I just kind of stir it a little bit. Here. So I just kind of stir it a little bit. But let's see. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely looking better. So this was the really rusty one. But I have a feeling I'm going to let these sit in here. Yeah, it definitely cleaned up the bolts. I don't know if you can see that, but probably here. So what I'll do is I'll just take this one piece and I'll take it over there and run it on the wire wheel. I'll be right back. So here we are. So I just ran it on the wire wheel real quick. I probably should have done that with the parts, but I'll let those soak a little bit longer. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a bust or what. I know it definitely cleaned up the bolts really well. There's a spring. I will say though, it definitely did a good job on the bolts. So what I'll do is I'll just leave this. Why not? See how long. Yeah, it's coming off. I mean, I'm going to reuse this part, but I have a feeling that if you were to run these through like a wire wheel first and then pop them in there, it would loosen up the rust. But yeah. So we'll leave that there. And then we shall put the cover on it just because. And that's that. All right, guys. So today I just did more of that welding in the rear floor, patches behind the seat, right where the gas can was. I don't know. I mean, I could sit here and show you 7 hours of welding and cutting and trimming up to make it fit, but I just show you a little bit there. But I did coat it all with the Sems rust stop. I've only got half of I got basically the passenger side done. I will have to make, I'll show you in a minute, I will have to make a strip that goes from around the cab attaches the cab and attaches the floor together. Basically, like I did for the 442, the rear window when I made those channels. So I'll probably get like a 1 inch, 3-inch piece, 1.5 inches, make a break, and then use the shrinker to get that curve, right? I'll show you that though, because that's pretty cool. And then I'll just basically spot weld it into place. Yeah, but let me show you what we got going on inside here. Okay, guys, now I know it's black, but you know, hey. But I got the back floor pieces in, and I left that little hump right there. And I got that floor in. I welded in these pieces back into the bottom. But right there where you see daylight, I'm going to make a little piece, like a little angle, and then I use a shrinker stretcher to follow it in there. And then it'll attach to this, and it'll spot weld or plunge weld into the floor there, all the way over there. But, and I got the middle piece done right there, and I boxed that all in. Let me show you that. And that's right here. So that's boxed in, and that's boxed in right there. And then I think once the motor gets in here, I think I can make this area actually smaller, right? So it'll give me more floor room up in here. I capped the tops of the posts up here so water doesn't run in there and then rust out the bottom. And I did the same on this side. But yeah, so that's a lot of work actually to do all that. You'd be surprised, or maybe some of you wouldn't. So that's going to wrap it up this weekend. More flooring stuff. Next week we'll see what we can tackle. I'm going to pick up some more 16 gauge to finish up the floor on the other side, you know, the other half of the driver's side, and then the front part, because I do not have any more 16 gauge. I've cut it all up. I got a piece of 18, but that's not what I want to use, like I had said before. So I'm going to pick up some metal during the week. I'm really low on gas, on welding gas, so I'll probably have to pick up some more welding gas as well. So again, thanks for tuning in and watching me fix floors, try out that new science project over there with citric acid. And I think that's going to work. Like if you were to just leave the part there, maybe longer, or knock it off with like a wire wheel or something like that to get all the scale off. I didn't. I just threw the parts right in there. I was like, let's see what this can do. Let's throw the worst at it. But anyway, hit share, like, subscribe, all that other fun stuff they tell you to do. And hey, go on and build something cool. One weekend at a time, guys. Bye.